117. It's always good to have a nice F my life. All right, 924. We have Hart Hanson live on the hotline. I believe we go to this line right here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Bill and Jessica.
Hi,
Hey.
good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you this morning?
We're great, Hart Hanson. Thank you so much for checking in. Of course, you are the Emmy award-winning creator, writer, and showrunner for the hit TV show Bones, the longest-running scripted hour-long series on the Fox network. Man, congratulations on
awesome.
that. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you. We're still holding that record. Maybe it'll go in perpetuity.
Right. Well, and of course, you switched over to fiction crime writing over TV crime writing. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that all about?
Well, I started out my writing life thinking I would be a novelist, but I had a young family, and for some reason I got in my head that it would be easier and faster to make money as a script writer than a book writer up in Canada, and that's delusional. But it turned out to be true.
Right.
Crazy to think.
Wow.
So I switched to script writing, and then once you put your foot in that river, you dip your toe in. That's it. You're a TV writer. So it was, when Bones ended, I thought, well, maybe I will try that again. Maybe I'll go back to my first love of novels and give it a shot. So I wrote a book called The Driver, and this is my second book called The Seminarian.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this one. What's this one about, The Seminarian?
The Seminarian is, a seminarian is someone who goes to school to be a priest, Roman Catholic priest. So my protagonist is a former seminarian who leaves seminary and becomes a legal investigator in Venice Beach, California. And in this book, he's searching for a missing sex worker, and he's dodging a contract killer, and he's dealing with a 12-year-old boy who turns up saying, I think I might be your son, which is an unfortunate turn because if he is his son, then that happened while he was at seminary.
Man, definitely looking forward to it. It's coming out on the 21st, did I see?
That's right, May 21st it comes out.
And where can we pick it up at?
Anywhere you get your books. It would be wonderful for me if people pre-ordered. It's always a good sign for the publisher if people pre-order, but it's available everywhere. And there are links at on my webpage, harthanson.com. But anywhere you get your books, you can get The Seminary.
Very good. Definitely pick that up. If you don't mind, I'd like to go back to ask you some Bones questions real quick. Sure. Bones ran for 12 seasons. Definitely quite rare for TV today. What do you attribute the show's longevity? I mean, and what kind of lessons did you learn along the way? That's pretty amazing, and the show was a huge success. What do you think was like the backbone of Bones' success?
Well, everybody has theories. Something that became apparent to us over COVID, there were two things we discovered in Bones. Very, very early on, we found out that if people watched 3 episodes, they were a little bit hooked.
Okay.
So there was something about the group of characters and the situation that people wanted to be part of. It's kind of a funny show. It's not grim. It's optimistic.
Right.
So if we had people for 3, if we lost viewers, it would be in the first episode where they go, this is not for me. But if we could hang on to them for 3, then we had very, very loyal viewers. And then the other really interesting thing was over COVID, Bones had a real resurgence, and we got me and other people, the actors and the studio, got a lot of letters and input that it was that Bones was a real source of comfort to people dealing with depression and anxiety.
Wow!
So which was wonderful. You feel like we've done something good for the world aside from, tap dance and fart for entertainment.
Yeah, right, right.
So I would guess, my guess is that it was a pleasant place to hang out.
Well,
Bones wasn't.
then you had The Finder was a spinoff of Bones.
Yeah.
Like, what were those challenges, and opportunities in expanding the universe of Bones? While
Well, that was the Bones. The Bones audience is extremely loyal and extremely loud.
Yeah.
They have their opinions on things, and one of the things that worked against the Finder, no matter what anyone did, was that they thought of it. The Bones fans thought maybe the Finder was meant to replace Bones. And they were mad that I was off working on another show, doing 2 shows, and we could not shake that idea. So it's not like the whole Bones crowd showed up to watch The Finder, even though it was a similar tone, also lighthearted,
right,
crime solving. So it only lasted one season. I'm still bitter and disappointed about it.
Well, all these are probably at the end of the day not bad problems to have.
Right.
you know?
Yes.
You can probably hear in my voice that I would not dare to complain.
Right. And then, Bones they had tackled some various social and ethical issues throughout its episodes. How important is it for you to use the storytelling as a platform for, exploring, different various social and ethical issues in 2024?
Yeah, well, the great thing about a procedural TV show or a crime novel, a thriller, is that there are certain expectations in structure and storytelling that you have to do to conform to the genre, if
right.
you're in the genre. That means that you can have your characters dealing with any number of issues along the way without the audience feeling like everything has stopped to become philosophical. It happens on the run. As part of the action. So it's like I feel like the entertainment is a little bit of a spoonful of sugar, and if you do it right, then the reader or the audience doesn't notice that you're trying to persuade them of other more subtle things.
Yeah.
In Bones, it was one of my favorite critics said about it that it was the most seditious show on TV, which is hard to believe, in that it kept saying, "Oh, use your brain, not your gut. Use your brain." It was a very science-oriented show, and in the Seminarian, it's the same thing. It's like at its core, it's about a guy who has to come to grips with what is more important, carefree personal freedom or a complicated and irritating human connection. Which do you choose, freedom or contingency? But if I'm lucky, that's not what people are thinking about. It's what they're feeling while they're worrying about if this guy is going to survive his investigation.
We have Hart Hanson live on the hotline, creator, writer of the hit TV series Bones, the longest running scripted hour-long series on the Fox network. You got a new novel that is coming out on the 21st, The Seminarian. Looking forward to that. You can pick it up everywhere. Anything else that you're working on after this? You got any new TV shows up your sleeve? Anything in the works? Or are you just going to continue with the novels?
I have another novel in the machine ready to send off to my agent, and I've got a couple of TV shows in development. One with the director Lee Daniels at FX that we have hopes for. You never know, but so I would happily go back into TV, but never again 22 to 24 episodes a year. For 12 years, they would kill me.
So what do you like nowadays? Is it different with the streaming? Coming up with these episodes, because I know some shows nowadays, when the new season comes out, they'll release the whole season, or sometimes they'll only release part of the season. Like, hey, we'll just release 5 episodes here, and then we'll split it up. Is that like a deep thought of yours, like how you're going to do it and the strategy of releasing them and all that? Is that because of the streaming?
Luckily for everyone, that is not my decision. I have that is the network's decision or the platform's decision, and they have people who are much as writers like to make fun of the executives and vice versa, they're pretty smart and they know their thing. I know my thing and they know their thing.
Right.
But it is a radically different world. You're quite right. There's very few network shows even that go 22, 24 episodes a year. The orders are down to 16, and it's streaming. Everyone is trying to figure out what the sweet spot is and how to make a profit, and it's a difficult time. I'm really happy that I am not a television executive right now.
Right. Wow. Well, look, again, congratulations on all your success. Hart Hanson, the seminarian, pick up his novel everywhere. Thank you so much for checking in, my friend. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very, very